I saw that on your website. You had a page dedicated to the top 10 worst laws that have been passed in the state just this year.
Yeah.
So, and you have a few of the other issues, and I'll start by going through some of the things that you seem to be focused on, then I'll bring up other issues that I didn't see as much about. So one of the issues that you brought up was crime and safety, so making it easier to release criminals, which was AB 81. And this goes along with the Prop 47.
Yes.
And so go ahead and just talk about in general about, is crime increasing or are we imagining things? And if it is increasing, what needs to be done to get it back under control?
You know, I just like with all other things, you know, I decided, all right, let me really get into how it all functions. So on the crime side of it, when it used to be like $50 and then it was $100, and the more that you got into it, it became a felony instead of a misdemeanor, which was a deterrent. Mm-hmm. Now we're at $1,000. They're kicking these people out, and within an hour they're already out of jail.
Yeah.
So you have Gascon, for instance, here in Los Angeles, who won't prosecute anyone. And then you have the process of defund the police. And I've done the Right or Wrong program with the Sheriff's Department. Mm-hmm. So one person will say, well, it's gone up 62%. Someone said it's gone 40%. The percentages, anything to me over 10% is high crime at this point. The only thing that I see that we can do is with 36, which takes care of 47, to bring those back down to where there's a certain cutoff, and it's not $1,000, and they're not going to just walk away. It's mandatory jail time.
Yeah, and that's very popular amongst the public. The recent polling on Prop 36 is over 70%. That's clearly getting Democrats and Republicans. We want the cities cleaned up.
Yes, because it's not everyone's affected by it. I mean, I went into a pharmacy. Individual walks in. First thing he does is he drops his pants, starts walking through the aisles, throwing things off, just wiping off shelves. And then he walks to the cooler. He's going to start taking out beer. The manager was there. I approached the manager and said, you can't let this go. He will lose his job if he has any interaction with that individual. So all he can do is stand there and watch this happen. I wouldn't stand there. I took the beer away from him and put him out the door, and just turned around. I can't just be that person who just stands there and watch this go on. I won't do it. Maybe it's my military, maybe it's just I'm tired of seeing all of this continually go on and no one does anything about it.
Yeah, I think lots of people feel that way.
Yeah.
And then the only recourse that a shop owner like that has would be to call law enforcement, but in many cases they won't even show up because the law enforcement seems to be demoralized because they know that even if they arrest them, they'll be released or not prosecuted.
Well, in my discussions with the Sheriff's Department and LAPD also, they're operating, for instance, in my city, they cover 5 other cities of 300,000 people. Mm-hmm. From a very small station. So, and they have a substation in one other city, but they have half of the force that they had before because these guys are going to other states, other cities that will offer them, a steady job, less aggravation, someone who's going to actually prosecute the crimes. Mm-hmm. So we're continually operating at a deficit with law enforcement.